As we've explored the power of laziness in boosting creativity and applying it to our daily lives, let's now look at how embracing laziness can lead us to a deeper sense of fulfillment. In a world where we are constantly chasing after achievements, accolades, and the next big success, it's easy to lose sight of what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. We get so caught up in the race, so focused on crossing the next finish line, that we forget to ask ourselves a simple yet important question: why am I doing this? The truth is, fulfillment doesn't come from endless striving. It doesn't come from accumulating more accomplishments, titles, or possessions. True fulfillment comes from aligning with our inner selves, finding purpose in our actions, and creating a life that feels meaningful to us, not just to others. And sometimes, the best way to discover that fulfillment is through embracing laziness. Now, I know the idea of laziness leading to fulfillment may sound strange, even counterproductive. After all, we've been conditioned to believe that only hard work and constant activity can lead to a meaningful life. But the reality is, the constant push to do more, be more, and have more can leave us feeling drained, unfulfilled, and disconnected from ourselves. This is where embracing laziness becomes key. By embracing laziness, we give ourselves the permission to stop chasing what society says we should want and start tuning into what we truly need. Laziness isn't about avoiding life, it's about stepping back and questioning the direction we're heading in. It's about slowing down long enough to reflect on what actually brings us joy, peace, and satisfaction. When we embrace laziness, we stop trying to prove ourselves to others, and we start listening to our own desires. This doesn't mean abandoning responsibility or shirking our duties. It means choosing to focus on what genuinely matters to us. It means saying no to things that don't align with our values and yes to the things that truly nourish us. Laziness, in this sense, becomes a tool for clarity. It helps us pause long enough to rediscover what brings us joy and to realign our lives with what is truly meaningful. Imagine how different life would be if we weren't constantly running the rat race. What if we took time each day to just sit with ourselves, to reflect on what truly brings us joy, and to rest in the knowing that we don't need to achieve everything to be enough? Fulfillment isn't about crossing every item off a never-ending to-do list. It's about embracing moments of stillness and allowing ourselves to simply be. One of the key ways laziness leads to fulfillment is by helping us connect with ourselves. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose touch with who we truly are. But when we embrace laziness, we create the space to reconnect with our inner selves. We give ourselves the freedom to explore our thoughts, our emotions, and our desires without judgment. This self-reflection brings clarity and allows us to let go of the external pressures that tell us what our life should look like. We start living on our own terms. Another important aspect of embracing laziness for fulfillment is practicing mindfulness. Laziness gives us the freedom to slow down and become more present in our lives. When we're constantly on the go, we miss out on the beauty of the present moment. But when we embrace laziness, we can fully experience the simple pleasures of life, whether it's enjoying a quiet cup of tea, taking a leisurely walk, or just sitting in silence with our thoughts. Mindfulness teaches us that true fulfillment comes from being present, not from constantly striving for something in the future. Embracing laziness also helps us release the fear of missing out or FOMO. In today's fast-paced world, we're conditioned to believe that we need to be everywhere, do everything, and constantly keep up with the latest trends and happenings. But the truth is, we can't do it all, and we don't need to. When we embrace laziness, we free ourselves from the pressure to keep up with the crowd. We begin to realize that missing out on certain things doesn't make us less fulfilled. It gives us the opportunity to focus on what really matters to us. Lastly, embracing laziness teaches us the importance of balance. We live in a world that often glorifies extremes, whether it's extreme productivity or extreme relaxation. But true fulfillment comes from finding balance in our lives. It's about knowing when to rest and when to take action. It's about understanding that fulfillment is not a destination, but a journey that requires both action and rest, both striving and pausing. Embracing laziness helps us create a more balanced, harmonious life where both work and rest coexist in a way that brings us peace and contentment. So, how can we start embracing laziness to find fulfillment? It starts with a shift in mindset. Instead of seeing laziness as a negative trait, we begin to see it as a tool for self-care, creativity, and purpose. We allow ourselves to rest, reflect, and realign with what truly matters. We give ourselves permission to slow down, to be present, and to focus on quality over quantity. In embracing laziness, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of fulfillment, that comes from within, not from external accomplishments or validation. It's a fulfillment that is rooted in peace, clarity, and the understanding that we don't need to do it all to be happy. So, the next time you feel the pressure to keep pushing forward, take a step back. Embrace a little laziness. Give yourself the gift of rest and reflection, and watch as your life begins to shift, bringing you closer to the true fulfillment you've been searching for.